Hey everyone, how's it going, friends? In today's video, I'm going to talk about an anime you've probably heard of. Maybe it's been sitting on your watch list for a while, but you just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. The title is Erased, or in Japanese, Boku Dake ga Inai Machi. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into the plot details. Instead, I want to discuss it from a perspective that's often used to decide whether an anime is worth continuing or not: the 3-episode rule. So the big question is, does Erased manage to hook us in its first 3 episodes, or does it fall flat and make us want to drop it? Let's break it all down, right now. Satoru Fujinuma is a 29-year-old man stuck in the monotony of life, working as a pizza delivery driver. Haunted by regrets, especially the failure of his dream to become a manga artist, he leads a seemingly ordinary existence. But hidden beneath that mundane life lies a mysterious power known as revival, a phenomenon that involuntarily sends Satoru back a few minutes before a tragic event occurs, giving him a chance to prevent it. He has no control over when revival activates. It happens instinctively whenever danger is near, forcing him to relive moments until the outcome changes. One day, while delivering a pizza, revival kicks in. Instantly alert, Satoru scans his surroundings and spots a large truck speeding out of control, its driver having suffered a heart attack. A small child is moments away from being hit. Without hesitation, Satoru dashes into traffic, manages to pull the driver's arm and steer the truck away, saving the child. However, in doing so, he gets struck by a car coming from the opposite direction and wakes up in the hospital with minor injuries. His mother, Sachiko Fujinuma, visits him at his apartment and stays for a few days. Sachiko is a strong, perceptive, and caring middle-aged woman. One night over dinner, they reminisce about the past, particularly a series of child abductions that occurred 18 years ago when Satoru was in elementary school. 3 children went missing, and a kind-hearted teenager named Jun Yuki Shiratori was arrested as the culprit. However, Sachiko had always suspected the real perpetrator was never caught. The next day, while shopping at the supermarket, revival activates again. In the parking lot, Sachiko sees a strange man leading a young child toward a van. Her instincts flare. She's reminded of the abduction cases from the past. The man quickly leaves, but Sachiko remains unsettled. That night, as she's about to call the police to report what she saw, an intruder sneaks into the apartment and stabs Sachiko from behind. She dies instantly. Later, Satoru comes home unaware of what happened. He greets his mother casually, only to find her lifeless body and a pool of blood. In shock and panic, he cradles her just as a neighbor sees him covered in blood. The police soon arrive, and Satoru is accused of murdering his mother. Fleeing the authorities and consumed by confusion, Satoru is pushed to the brink. At that moment, revival activates again, but this time it's different. He is thrown back 18 years into the past, to the year 1988, inhabiting his 10-year-old body, standing at the gates of his elementary school. Now a 5th grader again in his hometown, Satoru quickly realizes the purpose of this drastic leap: to prevent his mother's murder and stop the child kidnappings, especially the disappearance of Kaio Hinazuki, the first victim. Returning to his childhood home, he is greeted by a younger, vibrant Sachiko and nearly breaks down at the chance to hug the mother he lost. That night, Satoru resolves to change the future. At school, he begins to observe Kaio Hinazuki, a quiet girl who always sits in the corner of the classroom. He remembers clearly that she was the first victim in March 1988. If he can save her, perhaps he can break the cycle of tragedy. Kaio seems withdrawn and often wears long sleeves despite the warm room, a sign she may be suffering abuse at home. Satoru becomes convinced after seeing bruises on her legs. He cautiously tries to approach her, slowly building trust. One day, he reads an essay written by Kaio titled, "A Town Without Me." The simple words reveal a deep yearning to disappear, masked in a child's innocent tone. Moved by her pain, Satoru befriends her and invites her to his birthday party on March 2nd, which also happens to be her birthday. Though hesitant at first, Kaio accepts. It's a major step forward in Satoru's effort to connect with and protect her. One morning, Satoru finds Kaio's front door ajar and a pair of burnt gloves in the snow. He follows the trail to a shed behind the house and discovers Keo, battered and trembling in the cold. Just as he tries to help, Keo's mother appears and drags her away, threatening her. Keo later lies, saying she merely fell down. The next day at school, Keo is accused of stealing lunch money found in her desk, planted by another student, Misato. Keo is devastated, but Satoru defends her, and Kenya, a sharp and observant classmate, backs him up. Their teacher intervenes, promising to handle the situation fairly. Later that evening, Satoru brings Keo to a secluded hilltop. There, a frost-covered tree glistens in the sunset. He shows her the tree as a symbol of hope, telling her to come see it again in the summer when it will be lush and green. It's his way of asking her to hold on, to survive. For the first time, Keo, who has long felt invisible and worthless, feels seen and cared for. But time is running out. The next day is March 1st, the date of Keo's disappearance in the original timeline. The real game is about to begin, and danger still lurks. The fate of everyone depends on what Satoru does next. The first 3 episodes of Erased immediately establish its brilliance as a psychological thriller with a deeply emotional core. The time travel mechanism, revival, isn't just a narrative gimmick. It's a metaphor for regret and the rare chance to make things right. The pacing is slow and deliberate but never dull, balancing suspense, emotion, and mystery masterfully. Visually, A1 Pictures enhances the chilling atmosphere with a cold color palette that reflects the winter setting and emotional darkness. Yet moments of warmth, like the sparkling frost tree, offer visual beauty and hope. The animation is smooth, with expressive character designs that convey trauma and inner turmoil, especially Keo's haunted eyes and Satoru's quiet desperation. In short, Erased delivers an intense and emotionally gripping experience. It's more than just a mystery, it's a story about second chances, redemption, and breaking cycles of pain. With only 12 episodes in total, the series moves swiftly and efficiently, avoiding unnecessary filler. Erased is a must-watch for fans of emotional storytelling, blended with strong suspense and psychological depth.